Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. Yeah, I had a few requests, received a few requests for AVAX. Overall, the comments from the last videos are still very much valid. Nothing's really changed. We see a few green candles, yes. And to be honest, I think the price is due some kind of a rally to the upside. It's due some kind of a move to the upside, potentially here in wave 2. That would be my first view. But it could be something more bullish. I'm not ruling that out. It's just that not even the smaller time frame really gives us a very clear setup. Remember, the price is still moving within this sort of wedge pattern. To be honest, we could even, is there a different way of drawing that? I think I already put it here sort of in a, yeah, maybe like that. It's sort of still moving within this pattern. It's pretty much in the middle. You can add another trend line here maybe. And here it broke out. Many coins broke out of trend lines the last few days. Now that doesn't necessarily mean it's very bullish or anything, but it certainly indicates a bit of a trend shift. I see that at the moment across the altcoin sector. There are a few coins that break out here and there. It will remain to be seen if that is something sustainable. Certainly, you can always go long. That's just something that not financial advice, so I'm not telling you to do it because I don't see a very reliable long setup here, not yet. Especially because the long-term chart isn't very attractive. I think there are better ones at the moment. But obviously, you can always go long with a stop below a last swing low. It broke a trend line, so this could easily go now to the upper boundary line of the wedge pattern. I wouldn't rule that out, but it would be part most likely of this corrective wave 2. So that's what I'm watching. I think I mentioned it in the last video. It's pretty much due a bit of a rally or something because we have, looking at the bigger picture, 5 waves down into the January lows, then a corrective move up, 5 waves down into the September lows. You can see that. I think we counted in the last video. If not, I mentioned it. But you have here a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal, 5 waves down. So again, where exactly these diagonals finish is always a bit questionable, and because diagonals don't adhere very well to Fib levels. But I think we mentioned it in the last video that it's important that this 5th wave doesn't get longer than the 3rd wave, and it's not. And a break of the trend line now indicates that maybe this wave 1 is done and we can look forward to a wave 2 pullback. Now, what would be resistance for the wave 2? I think this is something we need to add so that we get an orientation of where this might be going. And if it goes well, it could go into this area between $14 and $18.54. Now, before you get dollar signs in your eyes, or dollar symbols, this is most likely a counter trend move. So it's probably not that aggressive, but we'll see. Altcoins sometimes are funny. What I can tell you is sometimes a wave 2 ends where a previous wave 4 of the lower degree ended. That's a good overlap here with the 61.8 retracement. So this assumption is valid as long as we are holding the last swing low at $8.70 basically. So it's something to watch, yeah. But if you zoom out, there's not much going on. Where here we don't really have a clear long trade setup. This is a counter trend move. You can always trade it if you like to. But for example, if I compare that to Veracity entered our support area and had a potential wave 1 to the upside in an impulse, a potential wave 2 to the downside in a correction, which is completely different to AVAX. And I think it is much more reasonable to put a stop loss below the last swing low on the Veracity chart, because this could be an impulse and can take us high. Whereas here, the probability suggests it might not go that high. Okay, so just saying that, but essentially that's it's only an assessment based on what we see right now. AVAX can always break above resistance, then we have to reevaluate. But then it could still be that just this wave 2 is resetting, right? It's always possible that it's just some kind of a flat. But yeah, it's but certainly what we see at the moment is that there is something is changing down here potentially. Okay, and as long as the last swing low is holding, we have a potential short-term trend reversal. yeah, that's my update about AVAX. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.